praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, salutations to Y'all around the world, teaching truth, and Shalom to be serious, Aqua. My name is Maya Ka'ala, Bungad with Chicago Branch, Great Millstone. Like to make a disclaimer that we're not black. Hebrew Israelite, black is a color, not a nationality. All right, our skin is brown, various shades of brown. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, speckled birds, scattered abroad. Speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their fathers' paternal bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any violent militant terrorist groups. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite groups. All right, and so right here, man, we have in this video, Professor Larry, man. All right, this old guy. All right, and this guy, he got to be some type of agent or something like that, man. Cause it just ain't no way with all this evidence and stuff that you could deny there are people out there Israelites, you know. And this guy claimed to be, I believe he said he's a Mandingo. He's, his family Mandingo, all right, Mandingo, but Mandingos are Israelites, man. As a matter of fact, it's on one of the videos a couple of months ago. He had like a staff, and they had, what they had on there. He said there's people saying "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot," because it was a message to go certain ways, you know, one way to freedom, so like that. But also though, yeah, they made it use it, but Swing Low, Sweet Chariot was talking about the so-called UFOs, the stars in the sky, man. You know, that's my ancestors seen, man. All right, son. All right, that's what it's mainly about. Cause our ancestors they knew what it was, but this guy he just straight up denied history, and he even this video, man, he was made me angry. In the video is a man called Apostle. All right, and Apostle in the past he talked, you know, talk bad about us in GMS. You know the usual routine that people say, you know. But anyway, um, uh, in the video on this video, you'll see in this video just him Sonata, man, just being like totally rude, man. He couldn't let Apostle get his point out and everything, man. And you'll see, man. All right, I want to. You'll see. All right, this guy's a liar, man. All right, but let me read this first, man. For read the scripture. Then that it says on Proverbs chapter 14 verse 5 said, "A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness other lies." Right, a faithful witness, us, the brothers out there in the corner, the prophets, man. All right, the potential elect of Israel. All right. All right. You know, we're going to tell the truth. We're going to tell you the truth about your history. We're going to tell you what's the truth about the current events, what's going on now. We're going to tell you the truth about the futures, man. All right. But fault witness of the last fault witness, who's that? It's talking about Esau. All right. It's also talking about even if it's among our people, man. What Yahweh Shah said in John chapter 8, all right, 8 and 44. All right, what do you say? It say, "Ye are of your father the devil," and devil means deceiver, "and lust of your father you would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, abode not in the truth, because there no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh his own, for he is a lie and a father of it." Right, man. All right. And that's what's going on, man. All right. And that's what this guy, Professor Larry, is about, man. This guy's a liar. He's like his father, the devil, the so-called white man. All right, and read this part. We're going to take the video down. It said, "Copyright disclaimer of Section 107 Copyright Act 1977 allowance made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research, man." All right. So this is I'm making a comment on criticizing. All right. This is also for research, also for education. All right. It said nonprofit. Said fair use is use a permit by copyright statute may otherwise be infringed, and nonprofit educational person use tilts the balance in favor of fair use. So this is education. All right. And I mean, the Prophet of, I do not own a clip. Right here is owned by Black News 102 by Sonetta. All right, do not own the audio, do not own the visual. All right, so I'm going to play it.
Black Hebrew kids that there's an author by the name of Edgar Shaw. You ever heard of him? Okay. Make your point. Edgar Shaw wrote.
Apostle, make your point.
Right? Yeah, I'm making it. I'm making my point.
You see right there, man. That really pisses me off, man. All right. You gotta have respect for your elders, man. All right. And I bet when Esau make a police report, they'll tell him what to do, and he'll say, "Hey, y'all make your point." All right. It's all this because he don't want to accept the fact that he's an Israelite. So I never know we ain't no damn no Hamites, no Africans, man. He knows it. He's on video. Matter of fact, he's on recording audio, video, admitting that, man. A couple years ago, man. All right.
I wrote. I want to say it's a book, but it's not really. It's not really a book. It's a survey as he witnessed in the 1500s what the Spain King John II actually done to Hebrews. In this book, the expulsion of the black Hebrew slaves, the expulsion of the black Hebrews from Spain and Portugal in the 1500s. I suggest that you get that book because I know you're a reader. Wait. Why are you?
Here comes the ignorant nigga, man. All right, Professor Larry, man. He's not a professor, man. All right.
Suggestion that I get a book that tells me that they was burning black Hebrews in Spain in the 1500s. Why? Why is that necessary? Why? Because why is that necessary? Education is powerful. Let me ask you a question. Right?
Now he's right, man. All right. It says it's Hosea chapter 4 and 6. It says our people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. All right. Our people don't know what the hell going on. Our people don't know who they are. They don't know what their true power is, and they always gonna be a victim, man. All right. Like if a bully pick out his prey, the prey don't know how strong he is, but the bully don't want you to find out. So you won't realize that you be able to before you won't realize you be able to kick his assets, man. All right. But that's Jake. That's 2/3, man. All right.
The black people who you allege
nobody's black, man. The skin is brown. I just put that emphasize, all right. But to keep dressing up people, black people. You know?
Being birthed in Spain in 1500. Do you think you're related to those people? I am related.
He just asked him this question. Man. All right. And they him and son, now watch what they do.
Those people. Okay, see now education is necessary. Okay? Yeah. Now, how can you in 2021 be related to some burnt up Hebrews from the 1500s that ain't never came here, that don't have no bloodline here, that don't have no relation to you, that are totally different people? Just because you're doing a lot of
Apostle, you gotta wait. He let you speak.
I understand. What I'm not gonna do is tell lies. Okay, go ahead. And I appreciate it.
He's lying. He lied right there. He lied right there, man. All right.
Wouldn't tell him either. Okay. Now these people, their bloodlines are elsewhere. Their people are elsewhere. Their culture is elsewhere. I'm listening to you. I hear you. I hear the culture in your voice. I know you're not one of them.
How you gonna say you're not one of them? You're the culture. You're the culture. Get out of here, man. All right. Just because you say so, all of a sudden that's correct. You ain't provide no documentation to disapprove what he say. You ain't brought anything out, man. You just going by your mouth.
That's what I'm saying, brother. All right. Let me school you, bro. Go ahead, school me. All right.
You don't know who you're dealing with, Apostle. I tried to warn you.
Look, I'm very familiar. As far as the internet, go ahead, school me. Yeah. Okay.
He said, go ahead, school me. And Apostle's going to try to tell him, man. But watch what they do.
Sarnetta has about 5 or 6 letters that I have sent him of my family research, which I did. Took me 31 years. Brother, what does that have to do with you schooling me?
Yeah. Now, why you going to ask him why you got to do it? He telling you, man. You ask him a question, he giving you an answer.
You're supposed to be schooling me. Calm down. No, I'm saying, and listen, you just told me who I wasn't. You just told me. Don't tell me Sarnetta got letters, brother. That don't mean nothing. Tell me. Calm down. Listen, brother.
See that when the truth come out? When you bring out that history of the Moors and Jews in the 16th century, all right, they scared of that, man, because it destroys that Pan-African, all right, the African BS, man, all right, it destroys their lives, man, all right.
Tell me to calm down. Just say what you're gonna say. I'm saying it. If you be quiet and let me say it. Listen. Don't tell me aside. Get to the point. If you was trying to listen, you wouldn't be talking.
Apostle, you
get to
just
the point,
gotta
brother.
talk.
Let me tell you something, Larry, man. You do that from Apostle, he gonna handle you, man. Straight up. Apostle ain't no joke, bro. All right. You better be in your behavior, man. You be in a personal space. In this personal space, you ever come personal space with him. If you ever be in this, come with him within his personal space, man. All right. He will handle you, man. You try to interrupt. All right. But anyway,
Well, remember I've been telling you that before, right?
See, I don't tolerate childish games. I'm not a child. You're not gonna speak to me.
But he acting like a child. Kept interrupting him.
Like I'm a child. Say what you gotta say, and I'll understand it. Then I'll respond to it. I'm not gonna tell you what you should do, what you should. You 66, I'm 63. All right?
So let's go. Let's try it again.
Well, act like a 63-year-old saying a 3-year-old, man. Shut up and let him talk.
So just say what you got to say. Drop your knowledge, brother.
All right. In 1667, my 7th generation grandfather was born 2 days off the slave ship, the Charlotte Cape, that was owned by Captain, that was shipped by Captain Savory, owned by Oswald, Richard Oswald of Scotland. Him and Governor James Grant of Florida owned a plantation in St. Augustine, Florida, called Mount Oswald. They also owned a plantation in South Carolina and 2 plantations in South Carolina.
See, this is the problem right here, man. Now, if this was Shock Almost, if this was Garfield, all right, if this was Reggie, he would shut the hell up. Now, he's 50-something for, well, Frank, what the hell is Gary Frank? What the hell, Frank Gary? What the hell your government name is? But he's so-called Dominican Latino. All right. And this will burn it up, man. All right. This is why the El Tahar gave a decree to not to deal with something no more, man. This guy's a damn devil, man. He's a snake, man. All right. He gave order to us in Great Millstone not to deal, not talk to him no more, man. All right.
Brother,
I'm trying to see how that got to do with burnt up Hebrews in 15.
He just asked him a few minutes ago how he related to these people that's burnt up on the ship. What does this got to do with it, man? This is just a nigga, man. That's why man, y'all gonna store 2/3, you niggas, man.
Hundreds. Because that Hebrew that was shipped here in 1767 was my 7th generation grandfather.
No, you alleging that a Hebrew was shipped here.
The Paul just said I sent letters and letters to Sarnetta. He said he did 31 years of 31 years research of family history, and within 7 minutes and 50 seconds, Larry gonna tell him, no, that ain't that's not your grandfather. That ain't what he. That's not what he is. And you ain't showing nothing. All right. You ain't said nothing. Refute it. You ain't, matter of fact, you ain't know his 7th generation grandfather name, man. How the hell you gonna tell that man who he is and who he not?
Right? I ain't established no Hebrew was shipped there. You just saying he was a Hebrew. You shipped there.
Well, I can't establish much, especially when I'm constantly being interrupted. Now, you told me to tell you how I met people. And I'm trying to tell you,
you're not telling me that. You're not telling me that. That's not what you're telling me. You're telling me that your 7th grandfather was that people. That don't make you that people, bro.
Oh, it sounds stupid as hell. All right. He sounds stupid. He provided no evidence that his grandfather is not a Hebrew or Israelite. All right. He sounds stupid as hell, man. All right, so I'm just gonna go on to the records, man. This is what you need to do with these cats, man. All right, because they not gonna deal with the truth. All right, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to Mario. I'm gonna go to my old videos. I have my channel at point in time. This is the purpose of making videos, man. You go back to something, all right? Make a point, all right? This is
ways that show that the so-called
Black Crescent by Michael A. Gomez. It's about to read my old video I did a year ago. Yep, March 13, 20. Yep. All right. So, all right.
Negroes, Judah, so-called West Indians, Benjamin, so-called Haitians, Levy, are not Africans, man. That they are of Shemitic descent. They descendants of the Israelites, and the Moors will number Israelites that study the doctrine of Islam. All right, that's what they known for. But also the Moors, they also was into Christianity. Some Moors kept the law, statutes, commandments, man. You know, but this is we talking about the Moors that study Islam. All right, it says page 28 in the book Black Crescent. It said it is with New Spain, or what we call Mexico, that a discussion of so-called Escablo Blancos is informed by more substantial evidence. Reference has been made to the fact that North and West Africans were in the company of the conquistadors. That's correct, man. All right, as been demonstrated because they was intractable and rebellious, as well as agents of Islam. Moorish captives were repeatedly banned from entering the New World. A 1543 cedula required the expulsion of all enslaved Moors whose numbers, although unknown, probably did not exceed a few score. All right, they afraid of Moors, man. The Moors were Israelites. We were almighty people. It says in 1577, the crown renewed a ban, a tactic, a mission that earlier prohibition had been violated. The following year, authorities reported that they had expelled 2 enslaved Moors and would shortly be expelling more. All right, it said by 1597, the number of Moor slaves in New Spain, Mexico was negligible, though numerically inferior.
The New Spain is Mexico. All right.
North African Moors had an impact on the trajectory of early colonial development in Americas through their participation, sedition, and by their influence with West African Muslims, right? these one Africa, these were Israelites, maybe the same damn people, man. All right. You know, Jake got a fighting spirit. It's a resulting in the alteration of African import patterns, all right, Israelite patterns. They also left unidentified legacy, all right,
Undeniable legacy.
in the new world that could be traced. And it said Aqua Beltran provides the context for understanding the Moors' experience in America's nearly 100 years after the fall of pronounced as Ceuta in 1415. The Portuguese captured Zafi in 1507 in what is now Morocco, north of Cape Gur, an entry port significant through the end of the 16th century. Zafi supplied slaves as well as various merchandise to the Genoese Venetian markets in the area, which facilitated their movement to Mexico. They therefore entered the New World under the designation of Cathy. It says right here, look right here. It says their introduction was limited to a century of the conquest. It said the slaves taken in Zafi were a direct result of war against Islam. It is war against Jake, man, Yasha'Allah, Israel, from which the principal contingent was composed of natives from Morocco and Fez, Moors, Berbers, Jews, and Laurels who passed to the West Indies in the company of their master settlers or conquerors under the common destination of white slaves. All right, so
Bam. So there you go. Right, Moors, Berbers, and Jews. But I thought nobody came over here, man. You're a liar, man. Let me play the rest of this. Right.
The Moors, the Berbers, the Jews, Moors, Berbers, no Israelites. All right, those are Israelites, man. Those people Shemitic said were not no Africans, man. It says right here, the need to establish primacy. Santa Fe Catholica led to the issuance of royal proclamation to either prohibit or expel the so-called esclavos blancos in 1501, 1506, 1509, 1530, 1531, 1543, 1550, whose very repetition reflects a lack of compliance. So they still bring these people, Moors, Berbers, and Jews, all right, basically Israelites. It's obviously Jew Israelite, but anyway, most people don't know that the Moors and Berbers are Israelites. Anyway, it said as a result, small groups of white slaves entered our country and America in general, proving that you.
There you go, right there. All right, there you go, right there, man. All right, this is historic evidence documented that the Jews, those Jews that was getting burnt up in Spain, in Portugal, was shipped over here as slaves. All right, and you get this book, and also you can look up this his resources, like the little numbers and stuff. Look at that index. All right. So this is the truth. This is undeniable truth, man. All right. So I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to Kurumayu Ahu. All right. I'll ask you all to look at that. I'll do not own a video, audio to that either. You know. So just be on the safe side. I'm just gonna show this. All right. All right. So this is for educational purposes. All right. So I'm gonna play that. Go right here. All right. Now watch this.
If we don't talk about it, I just want to let you point this out that all these places where the Huguenots are ending up is already places that the Sephardic Jews and
Hughes, Besançon Hughes being one of their chiefs. He was one of their Hughes or conspirators, right? Others have named after Hugon and Count of Tours. All right, so they're trying to give us a whole explanation. This is from the New Advent online dictionary, the Catholic Encyclopedia. This book, The Huguenots, their settlement.
All right, see that book, The Huguenots? This is what Professor Larry and them don't want you to read. All right? All right, it's easy to destroy these guys, man. All right, you get the document evidence along with this, the secular history, along with the scriptures, man. All right. right? You guys can't do nothing about
So I hope you guys got that.
Reggie, Sonetta, Garfield. They can't do nothing about it, man. All right, but this book, the Huguenots. All right, that's what he read it from. All right,
clear. What the name means is not just talking about Protestant or religion. All right, so hope if that's clear for everybody. And everybody, oh, you talking about French Protestants? No, I'm not talking about just French Protestants. That's like two tags right there. It's like African American. You get what I'm saying? So now just gonna go into a little bit, in case you guys haven't watched my Huguenot video, a little bit of the info of the Huguenots and where they eventually, what happened, who were the, what happened to, like, what's the official mainstream story a little bit, but more importantly, how they were persecuted, just like the Sephardic Jews, because you guys are probably like, well, what does Huguenots got to do with Sephardic Jews and Moors and all that and Dutch? All right, well, we're getting up to all that, but, again, it's not like out in the open, but a lot of these Huguenots were Sephardic Jews and Moorish Muslims, and they were crypto Moriscos, they were Moranos, and because they were called New Christians, as we're going to learn today, the closest thing to what they could hide under in Christianity was Protestantism, and everywhere they can practice their Jewish faith and Muslim faith was in Protestant-owned countries or dominated empires, right, anywhere in the world. All right, so that's where they ended up. So again, here's a little of the story of the Huguenots. This is from my Huguenot video. Go ahead and catch that if you haven't. That was a great life that day.
Churches and Industries in England and Ireland by Samuel Smiles, LLD. All right, 6th edition. This is from 1889. So it says the refugees thus found themselves exposed to an Anglican persecution. So they're talking about the Huguenots instead of a papal one. Rather than endured, several thousands of them left the country, abandoning their new homes, and again risking the loss of everything, in preference to giving up their views as to religion. So remember, it wasn't so religion. About 140 families emigrated from Norwich into Holland, where the Dutch received them hospitably. All right, so they went all the way to Holland, right? These Huguenots from France, and these Dutch people received them with no problem. We're going to see why too. Why they received them with no problem.
All right, so this is before I was doing all this research. So as you can see, Huguenots are going to Holland and they're receiving them. So why would they just be receiving them like that? It's not just because it's a Protestant country, but also because you're going to learn during this time that Holland, Dutch, the Golden Age was going on, and this was the center of where the exiled Jews were, Sephardic Jews were in the world. They were right there before Israel or anything. Amsterdam was their New Jerusalem, as we're going to see today. So yeah, they were receiving their brethren.
And gave them house accommodation free house accommodation. Why would they just do that? With exemption from taxes for 7 years. You don't even have to pay taxes for 7 years, Huguenots, during which they instructed the natives in the woolen manufacture of which they had begun before being ignorant. But the greater number of the exiles emigrated with their families to North America. Again, but greater number, the majority of these Huguenots, exiles, so-called Huguenots, emigrated with their families to North America. Here, they came here to your land, your ancestors' land. They came here, America, and swelled the numbers of the little colony already formed in Massachusetts Bay, which eventually laid the foundation of the New England states. All right, so we already got one account of them being in Massachusetts, right? So they were here from the beginning, right, with the Pilgrims and all that.
All right, and yeah, so again, like I was saying earlier, because of my genealogy studies with certain people that I'm doing, it led me to just doing this video first, just to clear this up again, just to make sure everybody's refreshed before I do those other videos. And they just told us the Huguenots, were flooding the Massachusetts. I'm gonna show that, and one of those families is the Dubois family, Dubois. All right, yeah, you guys already know whose last name is Du Bois, so I ain't gonna spoil it anymore. But yeah,
Ivan in Brandenburg, the immigrants proceeded to establish their colonies throughout the electorate. Nearly every large town in Prussia had its French church and one more French pastors. The celebrated Ancillon was pastor of the church at Berlin, and many of the Protestant gentry resorted thither, attracted by his reputation. The Huguenot immigration into Prussia consisted of soldiers, gentlemen, men of letters and artists, traders, manufacturers, and laborers. Numerous other bodies of the refugees settled in the smaller states of Germany and Denmark and Sweden and even Russia. All right, so far.
Okay, so again, we're going to see, and if we don't talk about it, I just want to let you point this out, that all these places where the Huguenots are ending up is already places that the Sephardic Jews and Moors were also there when they were exiled. This is where they went and took refuge. Same places, especially in Prussia. That was one of the places there. And just a side note here, Prussia, one of the Prussian Jews, was the one who taught Joseph Smith, leader of the Mormons. He's the one that came down here and influenced him. And the story is, the rest is history. All right. So again, side note, let's continue.
Keeping track, Sweden and even Russia. All right. So far you're keeping track. They're all over the place, these Huguenots. All right. Others crossed the ocean and founded settlements abroad in Dutch Suriname. Where? In Dutch Suriname, America, Suriname. Dutch, they call it Dutch Suriname, that's South America. At the Cape, all right, that's, I believe, in Cape Horn in South Africa, and in the United States of America, in the colonies, all right? In everywhere they went, all these French names eventually were changed into the country they went to. Like if they went to, well, they were coming from Spain, and they would change. If they were going to Germany, they would change a little bit and alter the name, but it's the same people, it's the same family, right? It's just now they're all of a sudden Dutch, they're all of a sudden German, now they're Russian, now they're Swiss, right? 200-300 years later, all right? So it says, other settlements were established in the state of New York, at Albany, under their patron Van Rensselaer, and at Manhattan, where they were joined by a body of persecuted Vandals from the south of France. At New Rochelle, also in Westchester County, another settlement was formed, which long continued to flourish among the descendants of these immigrants, where the celebrated families of J. and De Lancey, well known in the political history of the United States, all right? These people are well-known people. They're Huguenots. In Massachusetts, they formed several settlements, and the celebrated Faneuil Hall at Boston, where the plea for national independence was so early heard, was the gift of the son of a refugee. Worcester, in the same state, was originally a Huguenot colony. All right, Worcester, Massachusetts. That's a Huguenot colony. Who's these Huguenots? We're going to get to that. In Maryland and Virginia, other settlements were formed. And from the Mauries and Fontainis of the latter states, some of the best blood of America has come. What do you mean, some of the best blood of America? So, like what I was saying earlier about the names changing, so Fontainis in Spain, it would be like something like de la Fuente of the Fontainis, of the Fontani family.
All right, so
de la Fuente.
The point been made, man. All right. So you had these Huguenots, who basically free people of color. They came over here. As a matter of fact, they set up the slave ports to enslave their brethren from Spain, Portugal, Morocco, West Africa, and then they slaved their brethren, the Northern Kingdom over here, the indigenous people of America, the so-called Native Americans. All right, and at the end, they got betrayed by Esau. They end up on the slave auction box alongside with their brethren, the so-called Native American brethren, so-called Negro brethren, man. All right, the son came here. They I said they came in here, it's a lot, but they had their own people in slavery, man, particularly in the South, man. Although the black Confederate soldiers, those were a number of them, those were Huguenots, man. All right, and I use that term black loosely, just with avocation, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so there's documentation that our ancestors were the Sephardic Jews, the Portuguese Jews, and the Moors, the number of Israelites practicing Islam, man. All right, there's no denying this, man. All right, there's no denying, man. All right, so this guy, this guy right here, man.
Oh, it doesn't? No. Okay. No.
All right, so this guy right here, man. All right, this guy right here is a liar, man. The guy on the left, man. That brown head, man. All right, man. So hope you've been edified, and y'all the rocks out, y'all willing next time, man, and stay strong have strong faith in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and keep enduring. Shalom.